I don't know how to start off a podcast.
Totally not something I would do. What?
5 fucking in. Don't know how to do one.
I always struggle with intros. I think that's something I really have a hard time with always. So you know what? Welcome back everyone to the Your Day Off podcast. Q Wes interrupting me.
It's me this time.
Oh, okay. That's. I'm surprised you didn't.
I'm the
interrupt me.
interrupter.
Rats can play like rats.
That is the most ominous quote I have ever heard you guys say from a CS:GO match.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. We used a kind of cheesy strategy for the listeners to win a match, and the person just responds with no rage quitting, no just like, man, you guys play like jerks or whatever. They were just like, rats can play like rats.
It sounds like from a Disney film.
And then
It really does. What was that? What was that actual movie about the rats?
Movie about the rats?
Oh, I know what you're talking. Ratatouille.
Yeah, no, not Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Not Ratatouille.
Isn't that DreamWorks? Or am I stupid? No, that's Disney.
Something-
Nope,
that's Disney.
I'm an idiot. Nope, I'm an idiot. Okay.
So it's not Ratatouille. What do you mean? Like was it like
Louis?
the three Mouseketeers or something like that?
No. It was like this really, really crappy, fully cartoon Disney movie. And I'm trying to remember what it was called. God.
You're trying to make fun of my Ratatouille?
Yes, I am.
Is it like American? No, it wasn't the American Tale. It was
No, hold on. I'll Google it.
Wasn't it the one where it had like a naked
Mouse
woman?
movie. Why is the first thing that comes
Are you
up
talking about
American Murderer? What the fuck?
Stuart Little?
No, not Stuart Little.
That was DreamWorks.
God. Where is it? The Great Mouse Detective.
That shit. Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I
I think you're going
whatever.
insane.
I hope you die.
Anyways, who's the guest this week?
We all know who the guest is. You recognize his voice. It's Angry Scott.
You
Again.
won't see me for another 4 weeks
Oh
after
my
this.
god,
shit.
it. Oh my god, it's Scott. Please don't say anything about 9/11 again.
I like how we have to specify again.
No,
Every
because-
minute once.
No, I won't say anything about 9/11, guys. Anyways, the Boston bombing.
Just
So
bring
Pearl
up a
Harbor.
specific reference to a terror attack every single podcast.
No.
Regardless, Scott, oh my gosh, I'm going to enjoy you tonight. I'm gonna
Saying that like you're going to use me and pass me along.
I'm gonna put you in a sandwich. And there's gonna be mustard.
There's going to be a certain amount of mustard.
Well, it's just like meat and mustard. That's the only combo you get on a sandwich.
My brother
That's
in
what-
Christ,
that's
you're
pretty
the
much what I
meat.
do.
I'm the meat and then the mustard.
How
No
do you guys-
mayo.
How do you guys make your sandwiches? Because personally, I literally do just put meat and mustard. That's like all I do.
I
I
got a little-
don't really like mustard, but I would put just like, if I'm making a sandwich, maybe I'd get some nice turkey, some Munster cheese. If I'm feeling spices, or
Some
I guess-
pepper jack.
I have a very specific order I put my sandwich in. Like I only eat like one type of sandwich, and it's a bologna sandwich. I don't need anything else. Like I seriously
Mayo's on the top.
No, I just have I use my bread, okay? First started out with a light spread of mayo, then it goes 2 slices of bologna, Colby Jack cheese, mustard on the top, boom. Bologna sandwich. That's why I say like Colby Jack's my
That's
favorite
like
cheese.
10 times more complicated than anything I would ever order in my entire life. I'm not going to lie.
It's just the best way. Like, you know how last time I said that Colby Jack was my favorite cheese? This is the reason why Colby Jack's my favorite cheese, because it's just the best on bologna sandwich.
Specifically bologna sandwich. Okay.
It really is. I'm not even joking. Like that best thing.
You interest me, Mason.
I'm talking about Colby Jack
You
cheese.
intrigue me.
It's interesting to me, you know? It's something I can't really control.
You say that's so gay. You could not have made that any more gay.
It's not something I can control.
Like,
It's not something that I can really control. It's just something that I just enjoy.
Stop
Just
telling me
usual.
to contain my homosexual urges.
the next time you do that.
That voice or what? You got to be more
I'm
specific here.
going to blow up. Not finishing that.
No.
Oh my god. God, that's even worse than what I said. And I'm the one.
I didn't say anything. What did I said? I'm going to blow up.
It's very
I'm the
true, you
one
did
who
not
said
say
that
anything.
first, and you're the one
Undefined
who's initiated
location. What did I say? I said I didn't. Wasn't
somewhere in the northern part of America. Starts with an N. No, okay, I'll stop.
Wait. Somewhere in America it starts with an N.
No,
Nebraska?
no. Okay, sure.
I'm blowing up Nebraska.
I'm blowing up Nebraska.
The entirety of the state.
Man, I hate Nebraska.
Yeah, I remember that one Dragon Ball scene where Piccolo blows up Nebraska. It's my favorite scene.
Yeah. Isn't that the green alien guy with the weird?
I think
dick?
so. I might be entirely wrong, but like it's like
But that was
Frieza or
Marvin.
something. Marvin the Martian. Oh, we're going to blow up Alaska.
I'm
said
going to
Alaska.
blow up Nebraska.
I'm going to blow up Nebraska.
I'm going to press this button and then explode for no reason for 20 minutes for 30 years.
I never learned from my mistakes.
Why is that so oddly specific? 30 years, 12 hours, and 1 day.
I have it all planned out.
He was doing blackface this entire time. Let's be honest. Like he didn't have a
Wait, what?
face. He just had eyes, and he had a black face, and he had a green helmet, and he had a stupid tutu or something like that. He wore.
Yes,
That's all. he had, like, a
everyone's
red-
favorite character on Looney Tunes was doing blackface the whole time. Very good, Mason.
I like
You've
the Elmer
cracked.
Fudd.
I was
you
saying
cracked
Marvin the
riddle.
Martian.
Marvin
What did I
Martian
say?
was
You said so. Let's talk about Marvin the Martian.
What did I say?
Yeah.
No, I'm genuinely confused. Like, did I say something else?
No, you said like the favorite character on Disney was doing blackface, and if you really want to be honest, Marvin the Martian was doing blackface.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
Whose favorite was Marvin Martian? Mine was Elmer Fudd. Are you kidding me?
Yours is stupid. Your favorite character has a speech impediment.
Here's a little boom man.
Oh God, no! My favorite was
What a wacky wabbit.
Yosemite Sam's better.
Yosemite
Yosemite
Who
Sam.
likes
Sam. I
Marvin Martian the most?
liked Roadrunner. That was my guy.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote is. I'm talking villains.
Oh, villains. Taz.
Tasmanian
Yeah,
Devil.
Taz
Is
is. Yeah, Taz is better. Whose
Yeah.
favorite is Marvin Martian?
I don't know
Yo,
why. You
Marvin
said,
Martian stands. Comment down below why you're an idiot and why you think he's the best.
you said Taz, and the first noise that came to mind is that Rugrats clip of the kid going.
That's not from Rugrats. That's from Nigel Thornberry's like adventure thing.
Yeah, it's not from
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Is it not
Yeah.
really?
No, it's from the
No,
Nigel
it's not.
It
Thornberry.
looks so similar.
Yeah, no. Do you ever remember
It's
that one
not.
Nickelodeon show in like the it was like Africa and it was Nigel Thornberry had like that weird caveman kid and they were in Africa and did shit there.
I actually don't think I ever saw that.
You
which is
probably have seen
why
it.
I thought it was Rugrats.
It was probably made by the same creators of Rugrats, I think.
I gotta be honest, I didn't watch either.
You heathen.
What do you mean heathen?
Heathen.
You didn't
Heathen
watch
of our
Nigel
times.
Thornberry either. I don't want to hear it.
I don't even know what he sounded like. I just know he had a heavy British accent and a ginger mustache. That's all I know.
Did he have hair?
Yeah, he had ginger hair, but it was like a weird spiked up douchebag thing, and he was a typical British guy with ginger. I'm not even gonna lie.
He was Ed Sheeran.
Well, no, that's Ed Sheeran's British.
I thought so.
Are you kidding?
I thought he was American.
Yeah.
What?
I
No,
didn't-
he's
really?
gotta be.
I guess I'm just so used to
Typical of the
stereotypical
Americans.
British. I'm so used to stereotypical British people. I never really met like a British person with like a halfway normal accent. I'd never like.
What do you mean
Born
halfway
in-
normal accent, dude? His
Oh, you know.
Born in
It's so
Halifax, West
that's what I'm saying.
Yorkshire,
I didn't-
England,
I only heard Ed Sheeran sing.
on
That's all I know.
February 17th,
You've never heard him speak
1991.
before?
No, I heard him sing, just like not talk normally. Like I don't look at interviews of Ed Sheeran.
What's
See
wrong
what I
with
get.
talking normally, Mason?
What do you mean talking normally? Are you racist? I'm just kidding. You can't be
No.
racist towards other white people.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Wesley, you're a
Well,
cracker.
No, what? Okay.
But
Damn.
unless he's my friend, you a cracker, my G.
Yeah.
Does that apply for saying cracker?
Cracker is our word, but you can say cracker.
I don't know. Maybe I have to ask the king of white people.
Ben Shapiro? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Yes, Ben Shapiro, the king of white people.
you were gonna say Ben Shapiro.
Guys, honestly, rap music is not real music because it doesn't have harmony, melody, and rhythm. If it doesn't have all three of those, it's not a real song.
Man,
That's
you're
not-
not
Those
a
are
real
the-
song. Can confirm.
Those are the only real components of a song.
Who is the king of the white people? George Washington? I don't even fucking know.
Well,
It's Joe Biden, obviously.
Okay,
I'm Joe Biden's husband.
I
And
approve
I
this.
approve this.
Womp,
Oh,
womp,
okay.
womp.
I said it. I'm Joe Biden's husband. Take off your clothes.
Joe Biden.
Joseph Biden. Joseph Biden, Hagen, Chicken.
You start speaking German.
Oh,
You want to get on
Osama
the, you
bin
wanna
Laden.
get on the topic?
No,
No,
I don't.
okay.
I'm having fun with
Oh,
this.
he finally
Sweet.
mentioned the topic.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
'cause you
And now,
discussed
no.
it.
So Mason, I'm letting you in on the game now because
Okay.
we mentioned the game last time. We don't mention the topic until
you remembered
topic
the
is-
game.
I did remember. the game.
So I lost.
So yeah, you lost. Our goal is to
Okay.
eventually have a guest on where we literally do not talk about the podcast or the topic at all until the end.
All right. I'll see you guys in 6 weeks. I'll make it happen.
Now you're just gonna be like, I'm not mentioning it ever.
I'm not going to talk. I'm just not going to talk.
We're just like, so what's up, Scott?
And you're like, nothing. I've done nothing all week.
Nothing.
I have done nothing but watch your videos.
Oh,
since
magic
last
conch
week,
cell.
so-
Please say something. Nothing.
The magic what?
Conch cell. From
Oh, the magic conch
magic
Conch.
conch shell.
It's not a
Conch.
conch.
It's not called conch cell. Shell.
It is definitely not a conch.
The magic conch cell, right? Is that what you remember, Wes? Not conch. Conch.
Dude, I'm sorry. I think you need to look at how the word is spelled.
The magic conch cell. Was like, what do you? It's not conch cell.
Slow down.
How do you-
Slow down.
how do
Say
you
each
spell it?
word individually.
How do you spell it?
Magic
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
Conch shell.
Conch.
Yeah,
Correct.
conch.
Shell.
Okay, because then how to spell shell? It's just conch shell. It's like the ch.
It
to
is
another
not a
H.
conch shell, bro. I'm
This
sorry.
is
A
Shell,
conch
not
cell.
It's not called a conch shell. There's no
The
way.
shell has spoken.
No. Hey Siri. How do you pronounce conch shell?
Here's what I found from wirejewelry.com. Conch, pronounced conch, is a
Oh, it's not called conch.
Let's go. Mason's stupid.
I've always heard that shit is ch.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
misheard it.
Until I looked it up on Google,
Yeah, your
I
ass thought it was
about
conch
to
shell.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I quick looked it up, disagreed with you, and
what
now
we just
you're the
discovered was a
single
Nelson Mandela
idiot.
effect. No, we discovered a Mandela effect. Don't fucking lie. You're in on this too, Wes. That was a Mandela
No,
effect.
I don't agree with you though.
You don't agree with me,
It
but you
really is not.
Yeah, you're just wrong.
do. Don't you were whatever.
The really confusing thing is the fact that there's no H in Ready Whip.
Cool whip,
Quip fins.
cool whip.
I'll show you a cool whip. Yeet! All right, anyway, moving on to the podcast topic. What are you giggling at, Wes? Huh? What's so funny?
I just want to push you to a sandwich.
What? What is this? What does that
You know,
mean?
I should tell.
You're gonna be
Summer
my
that.
sandwich.
I'm gonna tell Summer that. I'm gonna go to her. Like, I want to put you in this.
Hey, baby girl, I'm just gonna put you into a sandwich one
I
day.
need you to update me on that and tell me if she breaks up with you.
No, she's probably gonna look at me really weird and ask, "What did you just say?" I'm gonna put you in a sandwich. Okay. It's role play night. Today we're being deli meat.
Today we're being pieces of chicken.
Hey,
It's
baby,
role-play.
hey, baby girl, I just picked you up from the deli, and I'm gonna put you in this sandwich.
Can I have your
Okay,
cold
never
cut?
mind. No, wait, hold up. Oh no, okay. No.
Hey baby, can I have some of
I'm
your
not-
cold
I'm not
cuts?
doing this bit anymore. This bit is done. It's over.
Give me some of them slices.
Can I
Why
have
was
your
doing
pastrami?
Okay, this was a bad idea.
Seems like Arby's.
I'm leaving.
It I has the meats. Pickup lines that work at grocery stores.
I regret
Pickup
ever
lines that
talking.
make me get registered as a sex offender.
Sex offender.
That's a good title for a video.
Officer, what did he do? He wouldn't stop talking about Arby's.
I hate it.
Anyway, speaking of Arby's, this is a great segue. The podcast topic is horrible restaurant experiences.
What? I totally didn't know that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I totally didn't let you know like a minute before we started.
Never done that before. It super threw me off. What is wrong with you guys? You guys are the worst at doing podcasts. You let me drown.
What do you
like
want me
that.
to? What do you? Who
let
do you
me
want to?
drown? Oh my god! You just left me.
I
there
did, and it was
die.
hilarious. I'm sorry.
It was
I had
not
to.
hilarious. You guys are bad friends, and I don't. You know, maybe I don't want to.
Anyway, segueing into Arby's.
Arby's.
One
We
time
have
I
meat.
was coming back from Colorado, I believe it was. No, Wyoming. And on the way back, we were stopping in Missouri, where we decided, you know what? Let's get some Arby's because it's the only thing nearby.
Very true.
I love just the little banter in between. It's just like that's very
trying
true.
To keep it I'm just trying to keep it live. I'm trying to do a podcast. It's
I
so
know you
hard.
are, but it's just funny.
Anyway, something about Arby's. Please fucking continue. The
Anyway,
story.
I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for some chicken strips. So I sit down and I'm like, wait, I don't sit down. It's Arby's. Anyway, I go up to the line and I'm like, okay, give me some chicken strips. And yeah, I sit there and I sit there and I continue to sit there. And probably about 45 minutes later, guess what I finally get? My chicken strips. And guess what? They were like, okay, it's fresh out of the fryer. And when I took a bite into one of those nice, crispy chicken tenders, it was frozen. It
Like
was
frozen.
it was like out
of the fryer.
They said it's fresh out of the fryer, and it was probably the coldest chicken tendy I have ever eaten in my life. It was just disgusting. Especially because, like, have you ever had, like, super, like, cold fried chicken before?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I mean when I say it was just not... It was not bussin'.
Not bussin'.
It was whatever the opposite of bussin' is.
It was
Nothing.
equivocally bussin', not unequivocally bussin'.
I misgendered someone before that shit was a thing at a Subway.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, no. I misgendered someone at a Subway before that shit was
It
even a
was
thing.
at a restaurant. You know what this reminds me of? If I may.
If you make
My
clear
God, I'm
your throat.
dying. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now, but you know what it reminds me of? There's this tweet where someone was just like, I got called racist at McDonald's today, and someone was like, what happened? And they were like, I got called racist. And it was like, what were you doing? I was being racist in a McDonald's. That's what it reminds me of. But go ahead.
I got two incidences, two different places. I mean, Subway was a restaurant, but like, it was
a restaurant.
It's not anymore. It was my first year in high school, and I was in theater. And during one of the theater breaks, my friend Joey and Alex, we got into Joey's truck, and we were going to drive to Subway because it was only like 5 minutes away because it was right next to town. And we're on the way there, and we get into the Subway, and I was just joking around with him. And I got to the line. There's this person here. Definitely had like a wig on. It was like a ginger curly wig. Person had lipstick on, eyeshadow, but you could tell was definitely a guy doing drag. Like I'm telling you, like this was like he had the voice, and he might have been transgender. I don't know.
He had the voice.
Yeah, he had like a deep voice. You could tell it was like I don't know if he was transgender or not, and I didn't know if he was just doing drag or not. Because I didn't know. That's the kind of problem when you get onto that. I didn't know what to do or say. So when the person was saying, this is your order, this is your total. And I said, thank you, sir. Ma'am, And I looked my head. I just put my head down. I didn't know what to say after that, and we didn't say anything. And I walked away with my sandwich in shame because I felt so bad. Because like I really went, ma'am, sir, and I didn't say anything. That was the exact.
You didn't even have to. You could have just been like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, I could have been, but like
Conflict avoidance.
I'm raised proper to use just yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir,
I
no,
am
sir.
raised proper.
Yeah,
I was raised with manners, and
well,
then
what you should have done is ask their pronouns and then say yes, they.
this was before the thing happened. So when I was there, I was
Thing
left with
happened.
like,
What do you mean the thing?
bro, when I saw
This
this
is
person,
before social justice
when this was oh my
in the
god,
mid 1800s.
I just wanted to procure my sandwich.
when I walked up to the checkout, I was left with the Walking Dead choice of left or right between ma'am and sir.
Left or right, he says.
I didn't know what to
Okay,
do. Or say.
say you said ma'am first instead of sir. Then you would have corrected and said sir anyway. So you
No,
were
I
really
think I
just-
said yes, sir, ma'am, and then I didn't say anything after that, and I put my head down, trying not to laugh because I realized what I said was really fucked up, and I could tell in this person's voice it went from just straight blank face and wasn't even looking at me, she was just doing a thing. I was like, okay, thank you, and then I walked away because I didn't want to look the person in the face, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry. There was that, and there was another incident as well. But it's not something that happened to me. It's something that happened to someone else. And it was the most awkward thing I've ever had to deal with. And then you can pass on to the next person. There's a place called the Grapevine.
Mm-hmm.
It's in another city.
Oh, that's where I heard it.
It's a place called Grapevine. And yeah, I know this place was. I went there for my grandma's birthday one day. And I guess I know now that it's infamous for just being a place for old people to go to. It's an old, it's an old people restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's essentially a folks, is what I'm hearing.
It's a folks, okay, but it's Greek food. It's like Greek food, but it's not really like really Greek. They don't have a lot of Greek stuff. Like they have half Greek and the rest. Is just...
It's a Greek restaurant that doesn't serve Greek food.
No, they serve Greek food, but the other stuff mostly is like kind of like Southern food as well. It's like a weird mixed combination. There's a lot of old people that go here because first day I went, I was with my girlfriend and my grandma and grandpa were right out there, and I was talking to them for a minute. And the first time I went there, we were seated outside. We have great service. It was great, and the food was pretty good too. We went there the next week, and it was not good because we went and we sat down, and I shit you not. Me and my girlfriend were just in the booth. We were just chilling, enjoying our time best we can because it was very bland restaurant too. It was really weird. But we looked to our left, and there's this couple, this elderly couple, sitting in a booth next to one another. They are not moving a muscle, and they are looking at one another for 10 minutes, not saying a single word. And we were watching them, and they were like statues just sitting there. And we were so, I'm not shitting you. I've never seen two people sit so still in their life and look. No one, they didn't move. They probably blinked or something, but I couldn't even tell. They were just so still. And me and someone were looking at them like, are these guys like okay? Because they haven't moved. And
Are they dead?
No, we didn't know they were dead. But like they were like stiff as a board, just sitting there looking at one another. And the only time they moved is when there was actually two times. The server came once to give their check, and they didn't fucking move. That time when they shit, no, they didn't move.
What?
The only time they moved is when they paid and got up and left. They didn't move. And it was so I wasn't even like worried. I was scared because it was so unnatural.
Mason is scared by old people, confirmed.
Old people that don't move. And we their food was shit at the end of the day. It was just shit food. But like, man, it creeped me out so much because I shit you not. Like, just imagine Southern old people, and they're like sitting upright with their head up straight, and they're not moving a single muscle, not saying a word. We looked at both of them. No one uttered a word between them. They just stayed.
They were just playing the quiet game. They were really competitive.
Oh my god! I didn't even know if it was the quiet game along with like a staring contest, dude. They didn't blink, they didn't move, they didn't say anything, and we just saw it all happen because they were right next to us. And I was like, "Are these people going to do something? Are they going to move a muscle?" Because it was the weirdest thing I've ever saw in my life. It was so fucking weird. I could recreate it for you, but we would be sitting here for 10 minutes not saying anything.
I'm sure everybody would like to see that.
You want to do
Yeah,
that?
all right, let's replicate it right now.
Okay.
All right, and 10 minutes later, we're back.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Restaurant stories. I had two really good ones. One, okay, so there was this one time. This was probably one of the angriest I have ever been inside of a restaurant. But it wasn't because something. Well, I mean, it did happen to me, but I was just angry at the people in front of me in line. I was at my local Panda Express, and I was just in line getting some food. I was there with some friends, and we were just all about to get our food, and there were a couple people in front of us. I mean, there was, I think, it was like kind of busy. The drive-through was clearly backed up, and so, having worked in food service before, whenever I see a situation, I tend to notice things like that, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'll be a little bit more patient because they're going through hell right now. Uh, but I was just like, okay, it's just gonna take a couple more seconds. Somebody's having a problem at the register, and I think they've had like a coupon or something, or like a just like a mobile app deal or something that just wasn't working with the cash register, and so the person behind the cash register was frantically trying to like work it out, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. Let me just," and they're like trying to work it out, and you can tell like she's panicking at this point, and I just start to feel bad. But then the person directly behind him starts absolutely shouting at the guy, and he's just like, "What's the problem? Just ring him up and get out of line." And I'm just like, what the heck is going on? It is not that serious, Mike. It's orange chicken and fried rice. Like, I don't understand why it's gotten so serious. And then the guy is just like, the guy who's like trying to get his discount or whatever is just like, I just want my $4. Is that so hard? I just want my $4 discount. And then the guy behind him's just like, oh my gosh, if it's between $4, I'll give you $4 right now if you'll just shut up and get out of line. And they start screaming at each other, and I'm just like, what the heck is happening? Then these people right in front of us, they're the ones that really made me angry. While they're yelling at each other, she starts talking to one of the people. Now they look like they were just like carrying something back and forth. I'm assuming they're like cooking the food and not actually like ringing people up. But the person directly in front of us. So there's the man who's wanting his discount. There's the man screaming at him. And then there's this other person in front of us, and they're just like, excuse me. I see that there's 2 registers. Can you open up a second register so that my kids can eat tonight?
Damn. Okay. I didn't realize we were going there. Like, did you just come straight
Man.
from China? What's going on?
Fuck your children.
I'm like, is this Mongolia? Oh my gosh. Like,
That's why there's Mongolian chicken.
My children are going to starve if you don't open that second register up.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then I'm just sitting there, and I am really, really uncomfortable. I'm like, I just, like, as much as anybody else, I want to not be here at all. I'm just
Gosh.
like, eventually, I don't know how it got resolved, but the person in front of me, I cannot relate to them at all because I'm just like, it's just going to take a couple more minutes. They'll get it figured out, and it'll be whatever. but clearly everything is backed up right now. And why am I going to take out anger and aggression on the people in front of us? I don't know. I'm not a very screamy person.
I don't know, man. You tend to scream a good bit.
Yeah, I'm so angry at Scott. Let me express it by giving him some mild burns about how bad his hair looks.
Man, just let it grow out a little bit and I'll fix it,
Nestle
right?
Crunch, bro.
Yeah, I know. I had an incident.
Nelly Cron looking at.
No, Crown looking
I
at
don't know
me.
why. I thought you were just gonna end it nut.
I'm just kidding, Scott. You look beautiful.
Also, I'm
Yeah,
not
you-
gonna lie. There's an owl outside my room right now.
Shoot it.
What? Why? It eats all the rodents.
You don't need reasons.
I would
All
like
right.
one.
Vanos.
Let me finish.
Just shoot it because Vanos. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
let me finish off the story just by saying the person in front of me turns behind me and is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how we can wait. Why don't they just open out? And they start talking to me, and I'm like, I literally hate you. I just kind of give them like a yeah. Just like a
look behind
half
you and
answer.
ask for. I had something that happened last week. Actually, no, sorry, this Sunday.
Okay.
This fucking stupid. We went to this place we kind of go to now. It's like a new restaurant called Rigsby's, and Summer
Oh, yeah?
always gets this cocktail thing, but we get it with no alcohol because obviously we can't drink it, and two, we just do that. And she's ordering it. I think it was called like I don't know, it's called like Hurricane or something. I don't fucking know. It tastes good with no alcohol for us.
Grandpa's
The ser-
khakis.
Gross khaki. And the server came over to us and she's like, "Can I start you guys with drinks like normal?" And Summer's got the menu. She's like, "Yeah, I'll have. I guess I'll call it the Hurricane." She's like, "I'll have the Hurricane, but no alcohol." And the waiter goes, "Okay, can I see your ID?" I'm like, Summer didn't know what to say, and she was like, "No alcohol." And she was like, "Okay, so virgin, no alcohol." That's what she said. And the server was like, "Okay." So she wrote down her thing as non-alcoholic. We get the drink. This shit's got alcohol on it.
Are you
And
kidding?
I'm like, yes, no, I'm not joking with you. We had alcohol. Like that Sunday I came back because I had a bad dinner or a lunch is because we told this bitch 3 times no alcohol. First time she asked for her fucking ID. 2 times she said no alcohol. Why do I need an ID for a non-alcoholic drink? We didn't say anything then, but when the server brought us the drink and Summer tried it, her throat was like burning the entire time she was coughing. And we had to wait till the lady came back there, or like this other lady that came up and she was like, "Yeah, we're pretty sure this shit has alcohol in it." It's like, "Okay, I'll get a picture." She came back another one and it was fine after that. But Jesus Christ, dude. Her excuse was like, "Oh, I wrote NA on there, but the bartender didn't see it." And I was like, we said you asked for our ID.
I don't think.
It just said not alcohol.
Oh, you don't want to give your idea? Okay.
Okay.
I know what you mean. Wink, wink. I'll set you up, my guy.
All right, Sprite it is then.
Yeah, you know I love me my alcoholic sprites.
Yeah, you know it. I was annoyed just because she blatantly said no alcohol,
I
and she's
had-
like, "It's your ID."
I had one time where I went to where was it? I want to say I was like 11 or 12, and at the time I didn't know that cider had alcohol in it.
It does.
Some of it does. I say some
if
for a
you-
reason. So the
If you
first
say
kind,
cider, generally you're just referring to non-alcoholic. You'll say hard if it's
Oh,
right,
okay.
right. But
It's
the
like
thing
that.
is at certain places, if you order a cider, they're going to give you a hard cider. They're not going to give you yeah. Anyway, I go to, I forget where it was, but I show up and I'm like, you know what? I want an apple cider. That sounds really good. So I ordered the apple cider. And they were like, I'm sorry, you can't do that. And I was sitting there like, why? Like, why can't I let me order my cider? I want it.
Why? I just imagine you get really heated. You're just like, why? Why can't I order a cider? I just want a dang cider. You absolute
Yeah, you know
buffoon.
me. I really freak out when I don't get what I want, Wesley.
This is true. You know what? This is actually true. This is canon.
Why don't you tell them about when we went to Dick's Last Resort?
What? And I told them that you and Gordy were getting married?
Well, not that, but what Wes did.
Wait, what?
Remember what Wes was there to do? Ask the woman out for like her number.
So on a
Wait,
dare,
I do not remember this at all.
you don't
Really?
remember this? So
don't
on
remember
a dare, Jacob was like, "I'll buy your food if you ask the waitress out or ask for her number." And it was, I was just imagining she would play it up or something like that. I mean, if for anyone who doesn't know, this restaurant is built to just have the waiters be complete jerks to you the whole meal.
But
And
in a
so-
fun way.
In a fun way. And so then I was just like, so I just had one more question about something, and she was like, yeah, whatever, what do you want? And I was like, can I have your number? And she was like, no.
Like blatant, just cut off, and no one said a thing after that.
And I was
called
like,
you a dumbass.
okay.
I was like, how dumb can you be? Everything was awkward, and Micah was just like smiling the whole entire time. It was
Yeah,
so
because it's
funny.
stupid.
Yeah,
I don't.
that
I don't
was
think
pretty
I
much-
remember that happening like at all.
No one said a thing.
You were like on the other side of the table, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Nope,
I was
like,
on
you
the
were sitting
opposite
next to
side.
Gordy,
I was
right?
on the far opposite side from Wes.
You were beside
Yeah,
Levi,
yeah.
right?
Like there was no way me and Wes could have
Okay,
had a
yeah,
conversation.
I was
You were
beside
beside
Levi and
Levi.
Micah, and then you were across from me, and then there was Gordy, and then Jacob was on the
I
other
thought
end.
no.
of
I
the
thought
table.
Levi was sitting next to Gord.
No, I was sitting next to Trent and Micah, and then Connor was next to Trent.
Oh, Connor was next to, and then okay, and then you were on the okay. There,
Yeah.
that's where you were. You were on the other side of Levi, in between Levi and Jacob, right?
Yeah, I can't tell you how terrified I was when she started yelling right beside me.
So basically, for anyone who didn't have context, Jackson set up the best restaurant prank I have
There's a
seen
video.
to date. There is a
Watch
video of it. There is a video.
I
of
will
it
put the
on-
video link in the description if I remember.
Sweet.
But yeah, it was hilarious. So he was just like, "I'm going to prank them at Dick's because this would be the perfect place for them to announce that they're having a gay wedding." So he gets them. He pulls the waitress aside and he's like, "Okay, listen, whatever like fancy dessert that you have, I'll pay for it, and just come out whenever you bring it out. Just announce that these two are getting married." And so she comes up and she brings this giant dessert to them. Jackson can't even have the dessert because it has nuts in it, and he's allergic to nuts. But he brings it over to them, the waitress, she brings it over to them, and Scott's just like, what is this? What? I don't understand. Like, and it's like, yeah, it's
No, it was. I remember too because it was a dick cake, and we were like, "What?" And then
You can't
was
just
a
say
cake.
that without explaining, Mason.
It was a cake shaped like
Shaped like a dick.
penis.
I will say it was delicious, but
It was
Take that as
it
you
was
will.
very
No. I'll explain for you, Wes. I'll see what happened because the waiter just goes, "Okay, everybody, listen," and she's like a foot away from me, and she's yelling loud. I can hear it ringing in my
Everybody
ear.
listen
And
up!
The first thing
two are
the-
getting married.
when she started saying the first two like words out, and everyone looked, I started getting like hardcore anxiety, and I started like pushing back, and I was like, because I didn't know what to say, and I was like super fucking scared. And I was like, why are you yelling? Why are you beside me? What are you getting our attention for? What is happening? I had every single emotion at once, and I was so fucking anxious. And she's like, these two are getting married. And I was like, you motherfucker. I knew instantly
He
who
just
it
like
was.
looked at Lambda, and he was like so.
I knew
angry.
instantly because I saw you whisper to this bitch, and I was like, what are you fucking
Oh
doing?
no, I wrote a note on my phone.
I knew someone was like nothing, and I was like, bro. And then it happened, and I was like, I can't believe, because I knew instantly it was you after this. And what made it, what happened is she asked, and like, you like dick, of course, and I said, yeah, but like, and I didn't realize that there was other like 5 tables behind me that were laughing. I was like, shit, now they think I'm actually gay. But what happened is that we get the dick cake in front of me and Trent, and Wes fucking takes the spoon, just lunges over the table with his fucking arm and takes the first fucking scoop. And I was like, you, like, I had an idea to take a spoon and him take a spoon, and we like wrap our arms around and we feed it like that. They do. But no, Wes just fucking ruined it by just like taking his whole arm, just going across the
No,
table.
I don't think that's how it happened. I
It
think
is.
that's
I will confirm.
You
You
really
did
don't.
definitely take the first
okay. I
bite.
feel
You
I
were
feel
the
bad about
first
that, though.
one, and you were the first one to lunge over the table.
Yeah, by the way, just so you know, that prank cost me like $13.
That was an expensive prank that you couldn't eat. And I was like, damn.
Worth
I felt
every
so,
penny, dude.
felt so bad to a degree, but I also did because fuck you.
I feel like you said something at least before I just grabbed the dessert. Like you said people could have it before. I feel like I wouldn't just grab your dessert.
No, it's okay because
Except
I
it wasn't
didn't.
his dessert, it was my dessert.
Yeah, it was. All of us
Did
had
I
it, and I was
ask you
very
or
anxious.
Scott or Trent or somebody?
Well,
You
all
didn't
I
ask
know
me.
is that prank gave me very severe anxiety for like all but 5 minutes. Everything else was okay.
Okay, but come on, that was a good restaurant experience.
It
That wasn't
was a good
bad
restaurant.
one.
I had mid tenders,
Mid.
midi
Yeah,
tenders.
the food there is not particularly great, which is on
Fits with the
brand,
theme.
actually.
Fits with the theme.
Yes.
God.
It's just
Fits
very
with the
funny.
theme.
Fits with the theme of being shit. You get
Oh
shit.
my god, this restaurant's so good. They even make terrible food just to fit in.
Cake Dick was good though. Not gonna lie, Cake Dick was good.
Yeah, it was
Cake
very good. It was a very good dessert. We'll say that is the best thing that I tasted that night.
What else did you taste? I mean, I tasted the condom, but that's on a different story.
Wait, what?
You know, I was right beside you when I did that.
Huh?
Micah bought a pack of condoms and didn't want to use one. Remember when I put it on just to see how it was, and I told him I didn't like it, and then I said, "Hey, what if I licked it?" And I licked it, and I nearly threw up.
What?
Do you
What?
not remember, Lambda? I was right beside you when that happened. We were in the kitchen. It was you, me, Micah, Connor, and Trent, and I licked the condom. That he
You
had.
licked it?
Yeah, I licked it, and I was in the sink, and I spat it out. And granted, this is just like a wrap one that I opened myself, and I licked the
hell is
outside of it.
wrong with you?
Because I thought it had like flavor, and it didn't, and I spat it out.
So it's just latex?
It tasted like silicone. It was not pleasant.
Silicone.
Not to be
Silicone.
confused with silicon.
Silicon. That means remind me to show you a meme after this is done.
It's all chrome.
I mean, I have the meme ready, but like
Don't
You
you
need me
know,
to
Squidward? Everything is chrome in the future.
future.
He's lying. He's lying. He's not lying. I hate you guys. I never want to talk to any of you ever again.
I
Why is
enjoy
the-
this dead silence for just like the few seconds.
It's
that
not a
happens.
good bit.
It is a
likes
hilarious bit.
Nobody appreciates. They
Wes,
are not free.
Wes, listen.
They are not.
listen.
They are not free. You
Listen.
can't just take them. They're not free.
The ducks in the park are free.
You can take them. Why don't you just take the ducks in the park? Nobody's stopping you. You just take the ducks in the park. Just take them.
I am
Jesse.
the one who knocks.
Take me to him. Take me to the.
Hey, that's that bitch. Go, 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 go. Oh shit! Speaking of Breaking Bad, Lambda, do you know the?
What?
Yeah, no,
nice,
no.
nice
Listen,
segue.
it's an Easter egg. You know the Santa Fe map in Call of Duty, right? The one with the cars and shit.
Yeah,
You know the RV
yeah.
that's in the middle. Yeah, that's the Breaking Bad RV. You can
Is
tell
it
because
really?
yeah. Go to the door. If you go to the
Do you hear
door, you'll see,
Mr.
like
do you hear Mr. White and Jesse inside? Just like Jesse,
make meth.
need to cook.
Need to cook. Well, like it looks like a normal RV, but when you go around to the door of the RV, it has like 5 pieces of tape, and in the actual show, it's aligned the same way as the 5 pieces of tape, so they can hide the bullet holes. And I thought that was really
Oh.
cool. So it's an actual reference to Breaking Bad. I was like, that's really cool.
Breaking Bad in MW2.
I know, right? Yeah.
This
Jesse,
is a clickbait title and a half, dude.
Jesse, I'm about to hit this no scope.
Jesse, I'm gonna 360.
Jesse, you're gonna freak out when you see this
What's
final
the
kill.
the drug lord's name?
Oh my God, Justy! I just cranked a 90.
Jesse, Jesse, I'm cranking 90s out here, man.
Oh my God, Justy! I just had an awesome quick scope on Gus. It was crazy.
Jesse, I already got 5 of my guns gold.
Well, I can't forget. I keep forgetting so many characters' names in that show. Like, I want to say one was named Glenn.
What's it? I just know
Gail.
Gail.
You're thinking of Gail Bedecker.
Gale. Is that Walter's wife? Is that his name? Or her name?
It is.
No, Gail. I thought you said Gail. G-A-I-L. Like Gail. I'm only
Yes, him and Gail are married. No,
I'm only like 5 episodes in, dude. Okay.
Skylar.
Oh,
Is his wife.
okay. No, wait. If
Oh, you
Mason
have
doesn't
no
know,
idea
then,
who
yeah,
we're talking about. That
No,
comes like a couple
I'm not.
seasons
It's
later.
like I said, we're starting to watch it and we're getting into it right now.
All right, I won't say anything else
Yeah,
about
we'll
it.
leave
Okay,
it. We'll leave it at that.
I'm at the part where shit. I guess where Walter tells his wife that he has cancer.
Oh, okay.
Rip
right.
cancer. Rip your cancer, Mr. White.
If you can't, but Dad, what? Dad,
Why don't you just die already?
die already?
Honestly, that's probably my favorite line by Walt Jr.
Did he actually fucking say that? Oh my god!
Wait, he hasn't gotten to that part. God, stop talking about the show,
We
you
need to
idiot.
just stop talking.
All right, different restaurant experience. So
So
went
one
to this
time I was
no,
in-
no, hold on. I have one. We went to this Mexican restaurant one time, and whole family was there: aunts, cousins, uncles, grandparents. We were at this Mexican restaurant. There's like 20 of us there, and the staff is like doing their best to accommodate us. And my grandma, she loves cheese dip, and so she'll always get like the largest cheese dip they'll have. And so she's just like, "All right, let me get the largest cheese dip you have." And they're like, "All right, coming right up." And then they bring out the cheese dip, and she is furious,
Why?
absolutely furious, like the anger of God infused in this woman. She's just like, "Sir, I paid for this cheese dip, and it looks like it's filled only 75% of the way.
Oh my god!
I want you to go back and fill it." And of course, the waitress is just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." And then they bring out another cheese dip that's filled up, looking to the point of where it's about to spill. So she was carrying it very slowly. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, here's a free cheese dip on the house. I'm so sorry about that." Right? And then we had a good rest of our meal. Okay. Now I hate this restaurant because I think their food sucks, but it wasn't really a problem in my mind. I was just like, okay, it's whatever. But my grandma, whenever we got back, she was to the place we were staying. She was still so angry that we didn't go to that restaurant for an entire year.
Damn, your grandma liked cheese dip.
Yeah, it was funny because she was just like, the service there was just so awful. I just don't want to go back there again. And I was kind of like rejoicing on the inside because I hate that restaurant and I think it has mid garbage food. Alas, they convinced her to try it again because the rest of my family still loved the restaurant. And then they were like, the service
Is that
was
the
so
place
much.
you never want to go when we're in Tennessee?
Yes. It's I hate that place.
Uh,
But in case they sponsor us, I am a slut for money. So I'm sure an individual restaurant would sponsor, right?
it's probably a chain, to be honest with you.
I'm sure a chain would sponsor.
Yeah, that's. This video
Sorry,
is sponsored by McDongle.
So if you're on the east side of the U.S. and you want to go to this chain restaurant, go ahead and check out your local redacted.
What?
I'm not saying the restaurant name until they give us a penny.
A singular penny, or like more than that?
Yeah, just one would do. It'd be funny enough to where I would consider getting sponsored for a penny.
That is not worth it.
It is to me. Well, for the bit, and we mentioned them once.
Yeah, 1 bit.
Yeah, 1 bit.
Do you even understand that?
Yeah, it's 1 bit. Yeah.
It's because you can call a penny a bit.
Scott, when was the first time you had herpes, and how was it like?
I think I had a really bad cold sore after having Burt's Bees chapstick. I think I had
That's
an
not
allergic-
herpes.
I know, but I had an allergic reaction and I got made fun of at school. I got
That's
bullied.
herpes. I know. Anyway,
sore.
so about my story.
Yes.
Guys, like-
If you want one, I have. There was. I just realized I shouldn't say it like that after herpes.
If you want some, I got some.
Well, if you want some, I can hook you up, bro.
Yeah, you know, I got
I got-
like 12 of them on my butthole.
I got premium herpes.
Some
Hook
guy
up.
with a trench coat comes up and is like, what are you going to have? And it just says herpes 1,
What do you
hepatitis
have?
A.
What do you have?
What do you have? I think I'll take the gonorrhea. How much?
I'll take the gonorrhea explosivo.
Explosivo. It'll cost you $1.50.
What they throw? Low seed blow?
See blood.
What the? Sorry,
Are you okay?
no. Neither
good.
mentally nor physically.
All right, let's not go into it. Anyways,
Yeah. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. There was one time where I was in. I want to say it was like South Dakota, in some ancient old town, where there was this restaurant that I will leave unnamed because they've probably gone out of. Actually, let's see. Are they out of business? Let's find out.
If not, you say who it is.
Let's see. Nope, it's still there. Okay. I don't know how. Anyway, we show up. We got like great reviews online, so we were like, you know what? Let's stop there. That sounds good. So we stop, and they seat us really quick. Everything's going great. Like everything is fast. It's good. Then the waitress comes over, and have either of you two ever seen Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
No.
Okay. There's this girl in Pitch Perfect who basically just kind of talks like super quiet, right? And, like you cannot hear her, and we had to keep telling her to repeat herself because we could not understand what she was saying like at all. And anyway, she gets us our drinks, and then we put in our order. So everything's normal other than our waitress talking to us in a voice quieter than what dogs can hear. And
She has a dog who is like the world's best dog ever, like super well trained, but nobody can
bloodhound.
understand her.
Yeah, but anyway, we're sitting there. 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, 45 minutes go by. Nothing. So my grandma's like, "Well, wait, I needed a straw," and she was waiting for the waitress to come back so she could get a straw. But guess what? The waitress never came back. In fact, she never came at all.
What happened? Did she just like,
So-
I got to take this order and then I can clock out?
No, wait. It gets interesting here. We're waiting, and so my grandma goes and grabs her own straw from like the hostess stand.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do when you're not being served like at all. At this point, we're kind of confused. Like, okay, what's going on? Because it's been literally an hour since we ordered. She's not been back to take our drinks. Nothing. So we were like, what is possibly going on right now? And at this point, we're discussing like, oh, maybe she's like on cocaine or something. I don't know how we got to that topic, but
Oh yeah, she
She just doing crack.
casually, she's just doing crack in the back alley.
as you do. Yeah, it's just-
But when we were sitting there, we just kind of like waved at one of the like waiters to come over. Turns out this was the owner. The owner of the restaurant was just walking around in an apron and stuff. So we were like, "Hey, like our waitress hasn't been here in like an hour," and he was like, "I'm so sorry. Do you know who your waitress was?" And anyway, he comes to tell us that apparently she quit mid-shift. For no reason whatsoever. Gave literally no reason other than she just wanted to quit. And did not tell anyone that we were there. So she put in the order for our food, and it had been sitting in the kitchen for however long, and they were just like, okay, well, that's cool, I guess.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a
She
weird
put in the
incident.
order and they didn't take care of it.
Yeah.
Wait, so the food was just sitting
The
there?
food was just sitting there and it was cold.
Bruh.
That's
They made you
actually
new ones, though, right?
Huh? Yeah, they made us new stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, we still refer to that place every once in a while. If you ask anyone in my family about it, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about," because it was just such a weird experience. Anyone else got anything?
I'm trying to
See,
think.
it's not so fun.
Like, no, I mean, it's just because I've been to so many restaurants. You know, I feel like there is some. It's just
You know
I don't
what? We'll go here. I have beef with probably one of the biggest names in fast food,
Okay.
and I'm going here. What?
McDonald's.
It's not McDonald's. I have literally no beef with McDonald's. In fact, they've
Whatever
gotten
you-
so much better since I was a kid.
Okay, I know what you're going to talk about. I
Actually,
think I
yeah,
know.
facts. McDonald's has gotten better since I was a kid too. Really have.
Yeah, they've gotten great. Like I'm not gonna lie, curbside at Chick-fil-A sucks. Curbside at McDonald's, 10 out of 10, best experience.
I feel like working at McDonald's would actually like you get a good bit of money too
Yeah,
nowadays, right?
they start at like 15 an hour where I'm at.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's like double what I get paid.
Yeah, that used to be like $7 when I was a kid, right?
Probably.
What
I know Georgia minimum wage is 7.25 is the minimum wage.
Yeah.
Um,
I would
Um,
much rather do your job, though, than work at McDonald's.
I also would, to be honest with you, especially because I have a good boss. But anyway, this beef goes back to probably 2021. Like, this is some long-standing beef. So, everyone
Yeah.
is familiar with the well-known company of Wendy's.
Yeah, I knew you were going to talk about
Yeah,
Wendy's.
I am not on good terms with Wendy's at all. They have not successfully won me back at any point over the course of my 6-month trial. Especially
You
since they're
haven't-
taking away their 4 for 4 now.
ew.
Yeah, they're taking away literally their like best thing. Like that 4 for 4 was their like saving grace. Anyway,
The 4 for 4 was the friend of everybody who went to college.
exactly. So not only did they do that, but wait. I had tried for probably I'd say a 1 to 2 month period. We'll start from the beginning. First
The
thing.
very beginning.
The very beginning of the end of Wendy's. So Wendy's recently has just started going downhill in quality as a whole. Like their fries have gotten their fries are actually good again, but that's not the point. Their fries were going downhill. All this stuff was just awful about Wendy's, and I was like, okay, well the food's not great, but you know it's cheap, so I'll get it. So that was the first strike. Second strike. I show up to Wendy's and I have the exact same experience as with the Arby's, where they're like, "Okay, your food is fresh out of the or fresh off the grill, fresh out of the fryer, whatever they say." And once I get my food, it is cold. It takes forever. It was awful, as always. So next time I go to Wendy's, I'm like, okay, it must have been a bad experience. I'll try it again. Like, surely they're not going to be as bad this time. So while I'm just ordering, I don't know why the lady who was like at the the register, just like I was ordering and just walked away. And I was like, okay, did she get my order? And I kind of just sat there for a second, and then she came back and she said, "And you were saying 4 for 4?" And I was like, "Yeah." So that was weird. And then my order was completely messed up. It was not even a 4 for 4. It was like in the bag. Like it was just not even close. So then they got my order wrong again. That was strike 2. Strike 3. I don't know what's been up with Wendy's recently, but they've started closing at like 8 p.m.
That is very sad. That is
Like I don't know about you, but like the 1 a.m. Wendy's trips were the best.
Yeah, I haven't had as bad experiences like not getting my food. Like I can't remember the last time I went to a Wendy's and I got my order wrong. I've got to be honest. However, Wendy's was a staple for going out late, and I quite enjoy going out at like 1 a.m. like you said, and so like the only choice now is McDonald's. This 24-hour McDonald's that's close to me.
And they're not. Their inside isn't 24 hours. It's only open till like 11 or midnight.
Yeah, well, neither was Wendy's.
Well, yeah, but you know. Also, I think they do close for like 3 or 4 hours. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they do gotta clean sometimes.
They gotta
NGL.
clean up their act.
They do have to do a tiny bit of cleaning.
Anyway, continuing my Wendy's saga, the final straw for me was the time that I went to a Wendy's in, I'm not going to say where actually, that's a bad idea. I went to this Wendy's and I show up because me and Jacob were like, you know what, let's get Frosties before we go out to Taco Mac with the boys.
Strawberry Frosties. 'Cause
Not
they
even,
had just
no, just regular vanilla chocolate Frosties, nothing crazy. So we
Well,
show
maybe
up. So I say to
strawberry.
Jacob in the Discord call, because we were on Discord beforehand, I said to him, and I quote, hey, let's show up an hour and a half before their closing time so they can't say they're closed. And on the website, it says that this location is closed at 8 p.m., which, I mean, sucks, but still, that's respectable, I guess. We show up. And guess what? Guess who's not fucking open? It's Wendy's.
Oh.
Wendy's is not open. Despite saying on their website that they're open.
Okay.
They were not open.
Hear me out. I'm not justifying Wendy's closing before any time before 10, really. I'm not justifying it at all. I never trust websites anymore after COVID.
I checked on my app.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
if
They
somebody's gonna-
if McDonald's can update that, they can update that.
I know. I'm just saying I don't trust it because of experiences like what you're talking about. Because there's so many shortages on workers. Like, I don't expect if employers aren't there for them to be like, oh, what's the first thing I should do? Let me check the website before I make
No,
sure that
no,
the
that's the thing.
restaurant's closed and stuff like that.
live in a digital age, Wesley. If your information is incorrect on your website, I don't want to go there at all. I don't care.
Okay,
It takes
that's
like
you.
literally 30 seconds to update the HTML and just be like, okay, cool, we're open till 6 now. That's all it takes. It takes a single digit change.
That's definitely true. That's just not the first thing they think about.
A fucking monkey could know how to do this. It's not even something that's complicated. That's my entire point.
I
Monkey.
didn't say it was complicated. I'm just saying that's probably not the first thing they're thinking about. They're thinking, oh my gosh, we got to get the dining room cleaned up because we have to end the shift early, and I've got to make sure that these people who get off at 8 actually do their job so that they can do that.
Oh, okay, but my
I'm not
they're not
justifying
open
it.
till 8.
I'm not justifying it. I didn't say I was justifying it.
I
hate
have
that it closes early too. Shut up, Scott. The
no
adults
fuck
are
you.
talking.
I'm trying. You little whore. Listen here. I just wanted to say a story that had nothing to do with like fast food or like restaurants. I know it's off the topic, but man, is it fucking funny. Is that acceptable by the gods? Or no?
I don't
Wes
know.
is a
What do you
bitch.
think?
Start your story.
Are you okay, very cool. All right. Nothing to do with restaurants. I mean, they had like one in there, but we we went into this place called Big Air, which is a trampoline park. It was
Yep,
Yeah,
we have one.
Yeah, we have big air.
it was me, Trent, and some other friends we used to hang out with. It was about like a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
And we came in very late. We were about like an hour till we closed, but we got in there because the hour, and we had enough till like 10 o'clock to get out because we were there late. And we were doing our thing, just on the trampolines, doing some cool shit, fun. Two things happened today. One, Trent did the dumbest fucking shit in the world. There's like a I don't know, it's like a trampoline, and there's three walls around you, and the whole point is you're supposed to land back first, and it sends you up, and you're supposed to push off with your feet off the wall and keep doing until you get very high.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen those.
Trent tries to do this shit, and actually, we're like jumping high enough to go over the wall and kind of just like land up there and like smoothly land up here. Trent just fucking jumps and smacks the wall. He doesn't. It's just like jump, boom. He hits it so hard.
That's
His glasses
awesome.
fall. It was fucking hilarious because you could audibly hear the plastic move because he didn't even try. You just hear a loud smack. And there was another thing is that they have a little VR headset. Not like a VR. Sorry, it was like a flight simulator. And it has this weird little device you sit in, and the thing like lifts up and starts spinning. You know, have you seen those things before?
I
Like it,
don't think
it's
so.
it's like you're locked in this little pod, and the pod goes up in the air and like spins and shit. You know, it like does it with the movements of what you're doing. You know, it's supposed to simulate you actually in a plane. You gotta get seatbelt to this because you go upside down and everything. It's really cool. There was this lady that was working here, definitely in her teens, and we and my buddy were getting locked into the thing, and the seatbelt wasn't properly working. I'm wearing jeans, okay? I want to make this roughly clear. You know when jeans sometimes make the little curve thing, like the little increase where it curves up a little bit?
Yeah.
She couldn't get the seatbelt on all the way. So her option was to take her palm, curl up her fingers, and use like between the wrist and the palm of your hand and start just fucking smashing it. And she's smashing my dick.
Oh.
And she's full like making noise like that. Like she was trying to like set it in, you know, set the seatbelt in and get it locked. But at the same time, she's hitting my penis and like
God.
grabbing it and trying to set the seatbelt. She was like, "Sorry." And I was like, She was just trying to set it, so she did
It's
that.
okay. I liked it.
Scott's just like in a daze. He's just like, oh my god. Don't.
No, she was trying to set like the seatbelt, but at the same time hitting my dick, and it was
do that later. Can we?
no. I didn't know what to say,
Babe,
and I was
not at the big air.
not in the big air.
Big air, babe. God.
I'm in the big air, not in the foam pit. Like, I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. It's like lock me in this shit. And
Can you
then
imagine doing that in a foam pit, dude?
What, getting your dick slapped in a?
No, 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 no. That's not at all.
Stop! You're gonna get me in trouble. Stop! You're gonna get me in trouble.
It's like a door stopper.
Yeah. Fucking in a foam pit, I'd do it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
feel like that'd be really difficult to do. Like, have you ever tried to do anything in a foam pit?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like trying to like move in quicksand. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way you'd get anything accomplished.
No, especially when you get towards the end, when you get done crawling. I nearly broke my neck in a foam pit, so I know how it is.
So
Yeah,
when
so
I
did
was
that Twitch streamer.
when I was
No.
young, when I was younger, we went to it wasn't a trampoline park. It was just like a fun center. They had a lot of stuff. They had a rock climbing. They had a foam pit. They had like kind of like an indoor zip line. They had laser tag. They had a bunch of stuff. But we went to this place, and me and my friend, we do this like sumo wrestling thing, or we get on like this balance beam over the foam pit, and there we have like the little, what are those things that like the rods which have padding on both ends that you just try to hit people off with?
The what?
There are like
Like
these
noodles?
rods. No, not noodles. They're like these rods, but they have foam things on the end, and you try to knock somebody off with it.
Jousting?
I guess so, but it's different. I don't know. Basically, there's these sticks, and they have foam padding on each side of the stick, and you just try to hit the other person off. And we're fighting for like a good like 3 or 4 minutes trying to get the other person off, and so
You're what?
we're trying to knock the other person into the pit. I'm just choosing my words very carefully now. And so eventually we just like, instead of trying to hit the other person off, I just like full sprint into them, and I knock him off, and from the pit he grabs my foot, and he just like kind of like tumbles me down. Now I'm a very heavy set person. I'm very dense, and
He is
so and the little foam pit was very shallow, and I went straight to the bottom, and my foot hit it with such force, like that my foot hurt for the next week and a half. I was just
Oof.
limping everywhere.
Did you break it?
I don't think I broke it. I was just maybe I didn't, but I guess I don't really know. I never got it checked out or anything, and after a week and a half, I stopped limping. So
Yeah, you broke your foot, bro.
I guess so. Maybe
I
I
have-
got like a small
I
fracture.
have no idea. I am not a doctor.
Oh, okay. I don't know. My foot was just sore for a long time, but I just was like, I was younger, so I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to like bother anybody else or ruin their experience, so I kind of just sat in the foam pit for like 40 minutes.
It's like that scene from A Christmas Story where Randy's just sitting in like the bottom of the slide, just staring blankly. You know the scene I'm talking about, right, Wes?
No.
Why were you laughing then? Man was just like, yeah, cool story, babe. Now make me a sandwich.
I'll make me a sandwich and make sure it's got
Make
the
me a
meats.
sandwich.
Make sure it's got Scott.
Make sure it's got Scott naked.
I'm gonna put you
What?
into a sandwich,
Nah.
Scott. Yeah. I'm gonna put you into a sandwich.
That is.
Okay, you guys fucking suck. Podcast over. Podcast over. Podcast over. I've had enough of it.
I
know it's
haven't.
at least
What if
an
I
hour.
haven't? It is also
Well,
an
it
hour.
doesn't-
Yeah, we're an hour 11 in.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. That's the podcast. All right. If you liked it, great. If not, don't subscribe to that. Or sorry, don't subscribe to Angry Scott on YouTube or Lambda Man.
Yeah, 1 like of the video equals 1 anti-terrorist act.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, well,
how that works.
I said anti.
One like equals one
No.
anti. Hold on. 1 like equals 1 anti-terrorist. Do it or else you hate.
Do it or you are a terrorist.
No.
If you don't like the video, you are a terrorist.
Just fucking calling that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bet you won't leave it unliked now.
Yeah, now you have to.
Now
Listen,
you have to like it.
we're doing you a favor here, Lambert.
We're-
You don't have to.
Are you?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we're saying anti. We're the good guys here.
Yeah, we're the good guys. We're ending terrorism one video at a time.
We're the good guys here.
We're the good guys. If you don't like this fucking shit, then you're a terrorist.
Our 3 heads combined are greater than any blue-haired zodiac white woman with a petition that any could be.
What-
We're like that times 5.
The podcast ends here.
Man, Mason had a really bad day working at CVS.
I
Apparently,
really did, man.
All right.
That'll-
All right, we'll see you next time.
Let me do the little outro.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for watching.
See ya.
Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see all of you guys next time. Make sure to go subscribe to Angry Scott. Make sure to give Wes a kick in the ass for interrupting me, and we will see you guys in the next one.
I'll do
See ya.
something to his ass.